This week on The Outdoor Option. We're in our home state of Ohio, the rut's in full swing, and there's big bucks everywhere. Stay tuned for some great Buckeye Bow action.
Outdoor Option. My daddy taught a way of life I passed down to my kids. Showed me how to shoot and hunt and fish and how to live. Said I was born for the great outdoors, but the choice is up to you. Man, I always choose the outdoor option. It's outdoor option. Outdoor option. It's outdoor option.
This is us. This is what we're all about.
Outdoor option. That's the life I choose. The outdoor option.
The Outdoor Option is brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras, Suzuki, the Remington Outdoor Company, Ignite the Hunt, Deer Supplements and Attractants, Skag Power Equipment, Orca Coolers, Justin Original Work Boots, Sheffield Financial, Rhino Blinds, and 10-Point Crossbow Technologies.
Here we are in our home state, the Buckeye State, and we're going to do some Buckeye bow hunting.
Well, this is the trip in the week we've been waiting for all year, heading down to southern Ohio to our ranch. It's me and Dad's home turf, home field advantage this week. The rut is in full swing here in Ohio, and I couldn't be more excited. My favorite time of year, beginning of November, and the weather's perfect. We've been seeing some great bucks on the covert trail cams. I've been watching my phone all week. Been getting texts like crazy. Some good bucks hitting some scrapes. Checking out the food plots. Ton of deer, and it's going to be a great week. Weather's perfect. Deer hunting in Ohio, nothing beats that. This has been something that I've been blessed to be able to do since I was 6 years old. Been hunting the same family farm since I was real little, and when it comes to fall, the first thing that comes to mind is white-tailed deer in Ohio. So this year we're switching it up a little bit. We're going down to a family friend just down the road to Noble County at a great lease where we know some big bucks are roaming around. I had the privilege back in September to get behind the camera and film my dad shoot a big old bull elk in Colorado. And now the roles are reversed, and he's behind the camera filming me try to shoot a big old buck in Ohio.
And when he was 5 years old, I had to walk him through the shot and talk him through the shot. But this time it was me focusing on the camera while he just did his thing.
Well, we're all set up here, November 10th. Here on an evening on a good friend of ours' property, southern Ohio. It's real windy today, but it's supposed to die down here this evening. So I've been seeing a couple good bucks here on the covert scouting cameras. And the rut's in full swing, so we'll see if we can get one down with the 10-point tonight. Got my dad behind the camera, and perfect weather, just a little windy, so wait for it to die on. Hopefully get a big buck.
So we've been watching a lot of good bucks on the covert scouting cameras all fall. A lot of good resident bucks coming in the middle of the night, middle of the afternoon. A Then all of a sudden the first week of November hits, and all the new guys start showing up. So out of all the bucks that we've been following this fall, 2 really stood out to us. It was a good 12 point with matching sticker tines and a solid 10 point with heavy mass. So right off the bat we had a small button buck come in, and of course he went straight over to the Ignite Hardwood Habit block. Ohio is one of the many states that allows supplemental feeding, and with the hunting pressure that's around these days, you gotta take full advantage of that. You know, when it's this early in the afternoon, you're not expecting one of those big bucks to come walking in. But it wasn't a few minutes later, I look up, and what do you know? Here comes a shooter walking into the field.
Stay connected with the Outdoor Option team. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'd love to hear from you and see your pictures.
Closed captioning of the Outdoor Option is provided by the Remington Outdoor Company. This segment of the Outdoor Option is brought to you by 10 Point Crossbow Technologies.
So we're watching all these great bucks on the covert scouting cameras. A lot of good bucks, resident bucks that are coming in every night. And then out of nowhere, the first week of November hits, and here comes the new boy to the party. I knew right off the bat that this buck was a shooter, but after a closer look, I realized he was one of the big bucks we've been seeing on the covert scouting cameras. I've never had a hunt work out more perfectly, especially an archery hunt with white-tailed deer. You know, he came straight in, gave us a good shot, and there was no time to waste.
That is the biggest buck I've ever shot in my life. We literally just climbed in the stand here, Southern Ohio. I don't even know what time it is. It is 10 after 3 in the afternoon. We got in the stand at like what, 2:30, 2:35? We're getting all set up, we're just talking football, whatever. And we had a small 8-point come in, just chasing does, looking for does. No, and we're just sitting here messing around. Look up and here he comes. This is the biggest buck I've ever shot in my life. Oh my goodness. He came right in, just coming in to feed, middle of the day, early afternoon. And the 10-point venom did its job. Oh my goodness, I didn't even get time to get ready. It's like, how do you even react to that?
After I shot this buck, I was really excited to call Shannon and tell her.
I just shot one of the really big ones.
You did?
Yeah.
Congratulations. That was fast.
We've been in the stand for a half hour, Shannon.
You know, we were very happy with that. He was very thrilled, and to be with him when he got his, you know, biggest buck he ever got in Ohio, you know, that's always pretty cool for me.
I knew I made a good shot. I knew he didn't go very far, so we decided to get down and try to get our hands on him.
Clean pass through. Red arrow, always a good sign. Look at that right here.
Well, one of the things we use is the Easton full metal jacket, arrows in the 10-point crossbow with the Spitfires, and we've yet to lose a deer at all with the Spitfire mechanicals.
Yes, there's good blood down here. There he lays, right there. Yes! Dude, he's huge. I tell you what, to be able to be here, in Southern Ohio, our home state of Ohio, to be able to take great bucks like this, this is a dream come true. And we're so blessed as outdoorsmen to be able to come out here and bow hunt for whitetails like this. And, out here with my dad, and my dad's behind the camera, and just being able to be out here and share something like that, that's what it's all about. I mean, you can take deer and elk and moose and stuff all by yourself, but when you can share it with a loved one or a friend, we got a great whitetail buck down on the ground. I mean, the biggest buck I've ever taken in my life. And just out here making memories that'll last a lifetime. And this right here is definitely why I choose the outdoor option.
We're in a perfect spot here to pull out the old leg cuff. So got the leg cuff hooked onto him and we'll drag him out.
The Outdoor Option is brought to you by these fine sponsors. This segment of the Outdoor Option is brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras, the official trail camera of the Outdoor Option.
Hey everyone, Danny Reaser here from the Outdoor Option. Earlier in the show, you saw me using this product right here, All In Outdoors Leg Cuff. So for this week's product of the week, we're going to show you a little bit more about this amazing product.
Thanks again, and find us online at allinoutdoors.com.
Because Shannon's still in high school, her time is a little bit limited with getting out. She has school, and school's priority.
We saw a couple of nice bucks on our covered scouting camera last night. And we decided as soon as school got out to head down here and try to get a shot at one of them. It's my most favorite thing to do is come down here and hunt with my 10-point crossbow with my dad.
My season in Ohio started back in October, and it was really frustrating because I didn't see much. The funny thing is whenever I go out turkey hunting, I never see any. But as soon as deer hunting comes around, they're everywhere. and I wish it was turkey season. The great thing about my age right now is I got to take advantage of Ohio Youth Day.
And it came down to, youth weekend, which is the weekend before Thanksgiving here in Ohio. We hunted hard on Saturday morning, and all day Saturday we never left our stand.
There was some action on Youth Day, but I couldn't get myself to pull the trigger because I knew there was a bigger one out there for me.
And one in particular that walked right up and stood behind a tree with his butt to us, and she couldn't get a shot. She had the safety off.
You heard him. You heard him.
The Outdoor Option is brought to you by these fine sponsors. This segment of the Outdoor Option is brought to you by Ignite the Hunt, deer supplements and attractants.
We came for Youth Day on Saturday, and then we went down to West Virginia Saturday night, and the plan was we were going to gun hunt, with rifles in West Virginia on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And little did we know that, the conditions down in West Virginia this year were going to be tough. And so we decided on Monday night that we were going to head up to Ohio and get after the bow hunting again because the weather was better there and we had a couple nice bucks we were seeing.
We're here in Ohio, right in the middle of the ride, and we've been seeing a nice buck come up here at this scene, so hopefully we're going to get a nice shot at him, and the wind is perfect for us, so we'll see what happens.
I'm back at it at the same stand that Danny was successful at.
And I didn't bring her bow with us. I had my 10-point Venom with us, which is the same bow she has but in pink. And so she just used my bow that trip, which, with 10-point, they all pretty well shoot the same. We use the same setup.
During our hunt, we had some does come in from afar, and they worked their way into the food plot.
And we started seeing does in the middle of the afternoon coming in to the food plot. And just about half hour, 40 minutes before dark, we had this big 8-point that come slipping in from the right.
I was losing light fast, so I didn't want to waste any more time, and as soon as I knew I had the perfect shot, I pulled the trigger.
You ready? Are you ready? 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 You heard him. You heard him.
Once again, my dad worked his magic, and my lucky charm pulled through.
Yeah. Here's a nice buck. Here's nice. You heard antlers. You heard it. You heard the antlers before he came. I think I hit him right where I was supposed to.
Deer, when he came out, it was only about 12 or 13 yards from us, and so there was no reason for her to wait any longer to put the smack down on it because it was right there in front of us, didn't know we were there, and when she had the chance to put it to it, she did.
Okay, so we started hearing some footsteps, but I couldn't tell where they came from. Dad thought he heard some antlers, but I looked over to the right, and he was coming right out, right where he was supposed to come out. It didn't take long. He stopped and looked around. I had to wait till he got out of the weeds, and then I hammered him. I feel good about the shot, so let's go check him out.
I'm really proud of you, Sissy.
I'm proud of myself too.
You should be. We've been hitting it hard this year. A lot of times you usually get a buck within the first couple, 2-3 days, and then you're done for the fall in Ohio. But this time, this was a marathon, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've been out here at it a couple times this year, and
we've been watching a couple different bucks on the trail cams, and this one was one of those, and he came from the right, which was perfect for the wind, and we looked over and he never even knew we were there and put the smack down on him.
Yeah, it was a perfect heart shot, and thank goodness for the covert trail cameras. We were getting text messages, knew when these bucks were coming around, and we knew to come over here, and we're in Noble County in Ohio, and we really gave it a whirl.
Between our property and our leases, Shannon hunted a lot of different stands this year. When it came down to this night, I told her she had to go back to where I got my buck, and boy, I was right. It worked out for her.
Well, the best part about this hunt this fall was that I got to be with Danny and Shannon both when they got their big bucks with their 10-point crossbows. I was behind the camera both times.
This buck is a perfect example of why I love hunting in Ohio.
The stars just must have been lined up at the stand or something, because this just doesn't happen. To get one big buck out of a stand is really, really good, but to get two big shooter bucks out of one stand, that's just pure luck. Next week on The Outdoor Option, the fun continues right here in the Buckeye State as my dad and grandpa look to complete the Ohio sweep during the week-long gun season. It all happens right here on The Outdoor Option.